ready, excited for the day. It's going to be an amazing day. Back to this.
We
need more Philly. Gather too. Best show ever in Hey, 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 everybody. What's up?
What's going on out there?
My name is Erinn.
My name is Dan.
And we are Erinn
and Dan, and this is Erinn and Dan, but it's live.
It is. It's so live. It is 8:01 today on Tuesday, September 10th. How is everybody? Go ahead and say hey in the chat, and we'll prove to you that it's live by pulling your comment up just like that. Hey, Carrie, thanks for joining us again.
I know we talked about this last time, but I have to say, being in a different room than you, I can't share your energy. I can't, I don't know when you're going to talk. I don't know when I'm going to talk.
Well, rest assured that I will be talking all the time, just like in real life.
Amen. Amen.
I do miss you, though. I miss not being in the same room, and I miss
this is, by the way, for those viewers, we are apart, and the only time that we speak is during this show.
It's kind of true. Yeah. Only when we're apart, though. And I do get to visit quite often. In fact, I am pretty much at Flat Rock every Thursday through Monday.
By the way, thank you for being here each and every Tuesday. Well, not each and every Tuesday, and sometimes Wednesday. Some not Tuesdays, and not all Tuesdays, and some days. But when we're here, you're here, and I see a lot of familiar faces out there. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not following us down there, you should be.
Yes, you might be viewing us today on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. You might be viewing us on other things too, but I don't know how. Hey, Terry. Hey, Billy. Hey, everybody. It's so good to see y'all. Hello, hello.
I see that many of you are coming here to pre-cleanse your palate for the impending debate this evening. The presidential debate in which they've decided to, it is necessary for them to mute microphones when it is not your turn to speak, and there's no studio audience. So, hey.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe I should mute your microphone when I want to talk.
It's not a bad idea. You know,
it's not a bad idea.
American politics.
Y'all, go ahead and crack a drink with us right now. What are you drinking out there? I am about to crack this lovely Lenny Boy kombucha. This is my favorite.
And I am also going to be cracking a more delicious kombucha. I had those Lenny Boys, and while they are crisp and refreshing, they have very little added sugar, leaving a less than delicious product, but a refreshing one none the same.
This one is called Lavenderade. What's yours, Dan?
This is my very favorite kombucha. This is Health-Ade Cayenne Cleanse. It's a little spicy, a little gingery.
Nice.
Good for your gut.
A mango margarita in the chat. That sounds lovely. I like a good old mango margarita. Well, Dan, I am going to put the camera on you because you have had a pretty amazing week. You've been performing in Jesus Christ Superstar at Flat Rock Playhouse. You have been enjoying nature almost every single day. So I'm going to put this toast on you.
Hey, you know, getting away from things and surrounding yourself with new people and new ways to express yourself and dive into your craft. It's hard not to throw this one out there for opportunities, new opportunities. You should always seek them out because it's comfy to stay in a ritual and a routine, but it's good for you to get out and break the norm, get uncomfortable, meet new people, learn new things, try new stuff, and go outside. This is the best time of year, in my opinion. We're getting into autumn, late summer, early autumn. It's the best time to be out with nature, and I highly recommend you get out there. So here's to you, breaking the routine with a little outdoors.
Absolutely. Cheers, everybody. We love you.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I was in the middle of the... Clink!
Now they heard me swallow. Listen to this swallow. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't really hear it as well.
Wait, do it again. Go. Put your throat right up against the microphone. Put your throat against the microphone.
Did you hear me swallow?
No.
Oh, well.
It's that darn noise gating. I've done too good a job in setting up production on that.
Good job, Dan. You know, I love my studio. I say my studio because Dan's not here tonight. Dan is in his own studio apartment at Flat Rock Playhouse. I had the privilege last week of going up. I do get to stay with him most nights. And seeing Jesus Christ Superstar, and wowie, it is such a show. Like every single person in that cast is insanely talented. There are people from New York. There are people from Texas.
What is this ultra wide panorama like CinemaScope layout that it's in?
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe you should control the tech from now on. I'll remove this and then you add it back to the stage.
No, it's on your end. I don't know, but
strange.
It's a presentation in widescreen.
It is. There is Dan as Pontius Pilate, whipping Jesus Christ every night of the week. Well, at least 6 nights of the week.
Which is really why anyone should and does do musical theater.
Y'all, he's so good in this show. It literally takes my breath away, and you can hear an audible gasp when he comes on the stage. I love him in this show.
I think that's ridiculous. If you don't know Jesus Christ Superstar, Pontius Pilate is on stage for about 10 or 11 minutes.
Well, it's a dang good 11 minutes, I'll tell you that much. And I know I'm biased.
Awesome. And I also have to say I'm deeply humbled by the company in this show. There's some seriously world-class, one-of-a-kind type of talent in this show, and to be up there with them, wow, what an honor.
It's pretty awesome. The whole show is great. If you are near the Flat Rock area, which is in Hendersonville, very close to Hendersonville, North Carolina, check it out. It is going to be playing through the end of the month. We'll get details on that later in the show. We also did a show earlier this week. Oh, I guess it was like a week and 2 days ago now. Yeah,
wait, is that all? No, more than that, right?
It was last Saturday, so less than a week and a half.
That's crazy. It feels like so long ago, comparatively.
So no kidding. We performed at the Sunset Theater in Asheboro, North Carolina. So much fun. What a great time we had. So many people came out from the Triad. We had some spring theater kids come. It was a really good time. So it was absolutely a blast. And they raised a lot of money for some great veterans organizations. And who could ask for anything more? I
got to tell you, too, that theater is like an ideal space for our little show.
I agree.
I like that space a lot. It's very like old, like kind of rustic theater, but they had all their equipment. They knew everything was that. Great small team there to support. And man, it was fun.
It was so much fun. Yeah, we had a good time. It felt like, I don't know, it felt like old times. Felt like old times of Letters from Home. It was good.
But now we're stuck here in the murk and gloom of new times.
You know what? I am so excited about everything that is happening right now. We also, when Dan and I were up in Flat Rock, we got to go to the Apple Festival. It was so much fun. So this is really cool because my daddy used to make these really cool handcrafted ornaments. And every year we would go up to Hendersonville and we would get a hotel and we would stay overnight and he would have a booth at the Apple Festival. And it was so awesome to take Dan to this festival where there were so many apples. There were apples.
I dare say the apples were the primary attraction of this particular festival.
They were. It was so awesome.
And actually, this area, I guess, is really well known for Honeycrisp apples, which I was talking to the stylist who came in to give haircuts for the show. And we were talking about the Apple Festival, and he was like, "What's your favorite kind of apple?"
You had a stylist come in to get your haircut for the show?
Yeah, everybody who needed a haircut, they have like a guy that comes in and works really fast, does really good work.
Wow.
His name was Mark.
Very cool.
Mark was like, "What's your favorite kind of apple?" Because sometimes you just gotta find anything to talk about. And and I was like, my favorite is Honeycrisp. And he's like, that's what everyone who's not from Hendersonville's favorite apple is.
Janie asked that question before you even asked it, Dan. My favorite apple used to be a Red Delicious. Dan has knocked that out of me. He said I was a fool to ever like Red Delicious apples.
Not a fool, but like that's like mealy, gross, gritty, mushy, cheap school lunch on a styrofoam tray. Full, and I would push the button on there.
I like mush. You
do like mush. She really does.
I have a texture thing. I really like mushy things. I like mushy fries. I like mushy apples. I like,
the Red Delicious flavor isn't even good. It's like kind of bitter. I don't know.
It's pretty good.
Wait, which are the bomb? Honeycrisp or Red Delicious? If you're in Team Honeycrisp, say aye. If you're Team Red Delicious, say kill me.
No, just go ahead and put in there your favorite apple, because I'm curious as to what your favorite apple is out in the audience as well. You guys, if you are anywhere near Hendersonville around this time of year next year, I do suggest you go to the Apple Festival. There are so many great apples there. I think that Macintoshes were there as well. And there's this stuff called, it's like frozen apple cider. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, it was just like a slushy that they make out of apple cider, and it was really good.
Mwah, so delicious. We also got a delicious hot sauce, which we already ate, so we won't be trying out on the show. But it was a really lovely hot sauce from a local company. And they don't just take their reapers, but they also roast them. They roast their reapers and smoke them before they put them in the hot sauce, which makes a really nice change.
You know, Harrelson's, I think that's like a very northern, I haven't seen Harrelson's really outside of Minnesota. And I just saw Braeburn's for the first time today when I was at the grocery store. And I haven't really seen Braeburn's much since I left Minnesota. So
I haven't heard of a Braeburn apple.
The North is riding again.
Maybe that's what I'm going to learn today. I'm going to learn all about Braeburn apples.
Yeah. By the way, today's episode is brought to you by Big Apple, the conglomerate that hopes to crush all other fruits.
It is time for the Dan Beckman Photography Picture of the Week. And here it
is
comes.
It already?
Oh, look at that, Dan. I'm going through the vault. I love this photograph. And
the photo is like an ultra widescreen and it's vertical, so it's like a postage stamp.
I don't know why we're ultra widescreen today,
Yeah,
but
very strange.
I love this photo. Tell me about it.
This was in man, I can't remember. It's somewhere in the Mediterranean. It's somewhere in like Portugal or Spain. And I was out. Here's the thing: when you go on cruise ships and you work on cruise ships and you go all over the place and you're 25 years old, sometimes those places all blend together.
But I was out.
What'd you say?
That's so true.
Yeah, I was out with friends, really good friends. I was out with Maggie and Anna and Alex and Jenna and all the people from that cruise ship, and we were just hanging out at the beaches, and there was this sort of outcropping. This might have been like Porto.
It kind of looks like it.
But it's somewhere in the Spanish or Portuguese Mediterranean.
Nice.
So there.
Well, it's a great picture. I've been looking through your catalog of old photographs as Dan Beckman's social media manager because I am starting a new campaign for him next week, and he doesn't even know about it yet.
What's the campaign?
I'm going to have to present it to you first. I'm pretty excited about it.
You're hired.
Thanks. Judy says that there is a farm north of Greensboro that serves heirloom apple trees. That's cool.
What does that mean?
So they're like passed down from generation to generation?
They're so old that they're just rotten mush.
I guess so. That's really interesting. Very, very cool. Well,
Erinn, you've been learning, have you not?
Oh, I have learned
Have you not been learning
much this year. I have learned so much. I have decided that I'm learning one new thing a week, and it is time for my favorite part of the show, which is Erinn's Year of Learning.
I too love this part of the show.
It's so much fun, and I never tell Dan what I've learned, except for when I do. He's learning along with you. I have 2 weeks to catch up on, so this is pretty excited. All right, exciting. All right, on August 28th, I learned that when they were filming the iconic episode of Friends where Ross says the wrong name, you know, at the altar, that was a mistake. It's Rachel. I do Rachel, you know. David Schwimmer accidentally said Rachel, and then he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he apologized and the cast laughed. But the producers loved it so much. They were like, can we take a break? And they rewrote the scene. So that was it. He wasn't originally supposed to do that.
So what was supposed to happen?
He was just supposed to marry her, and then she was supposed to get there too late.
Oh, see, I love that. I like a good, clean, no conflict episode of a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it would have stayed that way.
But isn't that fantastic? So, you know what? That's just good to say. If you're an actor out there, don't let your mistakes hurt your feelings. All right. On August 29th.
Caleb McCown is dropping some knowledge on us. Heirloom means not genetically modified.
Oh, well, good to know.
Well, my grandpa specialed in non-genetically modified antiques.
Ah. Also, hello to Monty. He is our favorite child of all children. Don't tell the others. August 29th, I learned that President Theodore Roosevelt had a pet hyena. No joke.
Isn't that my picture of a hyena?
No. Yours is way better. Oh, this is just a picture that came with the clip art when I typed in, did President Roosevelt have a pet hyena? Because I have to check my facts when I learn them, because sometimes people just post things on the internet. Go figure.
I don't think that's true. Next.
On August 30th, I learned that in 2004, Neil Armstrong's hair was sold for $3,000.
Ew. What do you mean?
It was sold. So his barber cut his hair and sold it. And then Neil Armstrong almost sued him, but he was like, whatever. I guess he needs the money.
That's a weird thing to do, Mr. Barber.
I know.
And it's an even weirder thing to buy.
You know what? If I ever become famous and my barber wants to make money off of my hair, I will let them. So, there you go.
What a weird world we live in.
It is. September 1st, I learned that researchers have found that laughter came before language. Did you know this, Dan?
What, laughter came before language?
Yeah, laughter is considered a more primal form of communication that likely served as a social bonding mechanism before the word became established. So that means that, literally, people were laughing before they understood each other. So
I
cool.
should hope so, because it's an involuntary reaction. Wouldn't it be weird if we just started doing that after we were like, we need something to define when something is funny?
I guess I just never thought of it. I always thought language came first and then all the other things. But I guess you just come around and you're just like,
we're like, I need some way to express illness. That'll do.
Laughter is the best, Jennifer. That's why I married Dan Beckman, because literally that's what I get every single day is laughter. September 2nd, I learned that the Liberty Bell has a typo. Check it out. Do you see it, Dan?
The land unto all the
world.
Oh, Pennsylvania's spelled wrong.
Yep, the word Pennsylvania is spelled incorrectly on the brim, and they never fixed it.
And it was just wrong. It didn't used to be spelled that way or anything?
Nope.
That's so funny.
So if you're feeling bad about typos in your life, just know that the Liberty Bell did it first. On September 3rd, I learned that there are more bourbon barrels than people in Kentucky.
Thank God for that, because have you met people from Kentucky?
I love Kentuckians. Is that what you call a Kentuckian? A person from Kentucky? A Kentuckian?
I think you call them a mother Kentucker. Next.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, there are, just in case you're curious, there's 4.5 million people, 12.6 million barrels of bourbon.
Wow.
All right, September 4th, your mom's watching, and I'm so thrilled because this is her favorite dish. I learned that Americans eat around 100 acres of pizza every day.
100 acres a day?
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Gross.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Americans, and we eat a lot of pizza. And when I'm on binge week, I'm going for it.
I guarantee you that the amount of Americans that there are does not make eating 100 acres of pizza daily okay.
That is true. But there's a real problem here in America.
And I believe that's what Lee Greenwood sang about when he said, I'm proud to be an American.
Where at least I know I can have pizza. All right, September 5th, I learned that there is a place called the House of Mugs in Collettsville, North Carolina. Has anybody ever been there? So did you know about this, Dan?
No.
Okay, so you can leave a mug of your own. You can bring a nail and leave it, and just hammer it up anywhere. People come from all over the world to do this. I was actually just looking up cool things to do in North Carolina to tell some people that were coming into town, and there's over 30,000 mugs there right now. There's this house, and there's a fence, and there's a big backyard. It looks so cool. We have to go, Dan. We have to go.
We have to?
Yes.
I feel like I know what I'll see.
Well, I would like to go to the House of Mugs, and I think we should take some of those mugs that we, have too many of, and add one to the collection.
Let's do that.
Okay. On September 6th, I learned that ping pong balls can travel off the paddle at speeds up to just under 100 freaking miles an hour.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy? So when I've seen people go at it. And when they do, I feel like you can barely even see them sometimes. It's because they're going 100 miles an hour.
I mean, pitchers throw fastballs around that, so it's not that surprising.
I think it's amazing. But anyway, now I know. September 7th, I learned a fact for my mother, because she loves flies. She loves to kill them. The housefly hums in the middle octave key of F.
Wait, what? Say that again?
The housefly, it hums in the middle octave key of F. So if you hear a housefly, it's literally humming in the key of F. So next time.
Oh, that's so cool. I can't wait to put that to the test.
I know, right? There was a fly in the car today, and I actually, like, instead of letting him out right away, I tried to get him, but I couldn't hear him at all. So,
it's Bruce Adonis Daily, baby.
Oh
Guess
my
who's
gosh!
here?
What's up, Bruce? It's so good to see you. Speaking of Bruce, here's what I learned on September 8th.
Neither Jennifer do bullets.
Wait, what? Oh, right. That is crazy. My mom's splatting flies of her own, as she does. September 8th, I learned that if you passed gas consistently for 6 years and 9 months, you would produce enough gas to create an atomic bomb's energy.
Well, then, just call me Oppenheimer.
Isn't that crazy? You couldn't stop. So, like, though you do produce a lot of gas, A, we don't save it, and B, you do stop farting every now and then.
I know.
Who are you looking at? Your studio audience?
Yeah, the producers are furious you didn't laugh at my Oppenheimer joke, but whatever.
I'm sorry, I kind of laughed. I didn't laugh out loud, but I thought it was funny what you said.
Whatever. What's next?
All right, the last thing I learned yesterday was that the most popular name in the world is, drum roll please, do you know? Do you know what the most popular
Muhammad.
Oh, yes. Did I tell you this? Or did you figure this out another time?
I learned that in elementary school.
Nice. Yes, Muhammad is the most popular name in the world. There are about 133 million Mohammeds out there. You want to guess what the next two most popular names are? One is an American name.
Joseph.
And we sing about her in West Side Story.
Maria?
Yeah, Maria is the second place with about 61 million people named Maria right now.
What makes you say that Maria is an American name?
I don't know. I mean, it could be something else. But Muhammad, I don't think is an American name.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right, we're not going to start. We're not going to gatekeep on this podcast, Erinn Dan.
No, I'm just anyway. And then the third most popular name, you'll never guess. So I'm going to tell you. It's Nucci.
Nucci.
You knew that?
I said it, didn't I?
How the hell did you know that? I just said a bad word and I didn't censor myself.
Yeah.
Yay! And that's what I learned on Erinn's Week of Learning. Oh, are you doing that or am I?
No, you did that. You can stop it. There you go.
I love having this board here.
I don't.
You guys, I am so hyped right now. I missed the heck out of you this week, Dan Beckman.
Why? I was with you for most of it.
I know. I miss you when you're not around. So here you are. Hello.
Here I am.
We have a guest coming at you right now, and I couldn't be more excited about this person because we have known her for years. Tonight's guest is incredibly versatile, and her name is Brianna Witherspoon. She has performed in shows like Once on This Island. She has performed in Shrek, POTUS at the Theater Alliance, Sister Act at Lexington Live, Nonsense at the Triad Acting Company, The Wiz at Gallery Players, and Hands on a Hard Body and 9 to 5 at GTCC. She is
what's GTCC?
The Guilford County something. It's great. She can tell you all about it in a second.
Can't wait.
She's also been in socially distanced films like Lock In, and she was recently the star of Hair at Camel City Playhouse. Please put your hands together for the one, the only, Brianna
Witherspoon.
I love it. That was good.
What's happening, Brianna?
Nothing much. I was not the star. I was just one of the principal roles. But thank you.
Well, you know, we gotta pump the juice into that stuff when we're bringing you on.
Thanks.
That's right.
I love it.
Brianna, I'm sorry that we missed Hair. I really wanted to see that production. How was it?
It was good. It was really, really good. Hi, everyone. It was great. We enjoyed our time. Every time we performed, it was not the same show. Like each night, someone like audience came. Y'all got a different experience each time. So it was that. You know how like sometimes when we perform, you perform like consistently, which we have done, but it was like a new energy each night. So each night it got better.
Oh,
that's great.
I love that. I love it when a show continues to grow and grow and grow. That just like really it makes it so much fun for the actors too, big time.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
I personally refuse to follow a script so that it's different every night.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean,
ask anyone.
There's a time and a place, Dan.
It's why I get hired one time only at every theater company.
Dan, I mean, well, I can understand that. You know, as long as we know where you're going, somewhere in the script, I don't mind. You know, a little off book, a little bit.
She doesn't mind.
Okay, I don't mind.
Can't
as
wait.
long as I know where you're going, because I'll be like this.
Oh, you won't.
Can you imagine somebody just trying something new every night in a Sondheim show just to like mess with their other actors, especially if you're working with Trapped?
No, not with Sondheim. No, we can't do that. We need to stick to it. I'd be like, no, do not do that.
That makes me laugh. I love it.
Yeah.
So here was an amazing experience, and I feel like you guys were really tight as a team. Is that true?
We were. Yeah, we were. We absolutely were. Tao, we definitely had like our intimacy coach because, you know, it dealt with some like, you know, those major things and whatnot. So we definitely, every single day we checked in just to see where we were at mentally. And we were told it was okay if we wasn't feeling 100%. And in a way, I felt that it allowed us actors to give each other grace and to support each other even during the difficult times. So we know where our boundaries and stuff are at. Like, okay, they're not having a good day. So we know to, hey, like pull back, not to be, you know, that kind of stuff. So it was a really great experience overall. So
and you of course probably and this is probably part of it, is one of the first things that I ever learned about hair, because it was one of the first shows I ever saw on Broadway, is that there's nudity. Did you do the nudity?
It was partial nudity, and we was behind a tarp. So we did it, but you saw silhouettes. You really didn't see us.
Lovely and tasteful, because that space, if you haven't been, is very small, and that front row would have very, very small. Tao, I love Tao. Shout out to Tao. Hey Tao, if you're watching. He did it in a way where it was educational and where people actually learned the history of behind the Vietnam War. So he wasn't making it to, you know how most scenes, like it can be very not tasteful and not what you're trying to be. That's not the goal he was going for. He was going for, like, because of, he's kind of seeing how history is repeating itself, even though we're not trying to talk about politics, but he was trying to make, more of a protest statement. That's what I was trying to say. Protest statement. Of what's going on. So, like, you know, it deals with hair, it deals with, like, you know, deals with the war, the Vietnam War, and how, you know, many soldiers, and y'all deal with, like, letters to soldiers. Just think about it, how a lot of our, some of our family members, because, like, my grandfather fought in the Vietnam War. Really?
He was drafted into the Vietnam War, and, you know, you see all those things, people dying in front of you, you're killing innocent people, and, you know, Tao was a product of the Vietnam War. I know Zach, I think his father was also in the Vietnam War too, and stuff like that. So we learned a lot. So it was more so than, like, you know, I know hair talks about pie and getting high, but it was more than that to it. It was way more to that, and I think that's what we brought, the energy that we brought. Like, we wasn't trying to be, you know, all that great stuff. We brought a lot into it.
That's cool. I would love to see hair again, because when I saw it, I had not a lot of context for it, and it's a very strange piece without context, because it's kind of freeform, right? But it was, and it itself was written almost out of a protest, out of the product of the Vietnam War, because it was created in the early 70s, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So
the writers, they kept changing. I guess they kept changing the way it was, and I know they had some, like, issues, and they said stop changing it at one point. But they dealt with a lot. I think I heard that some of the actual writers actually lived hippie lifestyles to understand it. So, you know,
sign me up.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
You know, I got my, you know, being a hippie, it was kind of fun though, because you free, you care, you just, We just love you. That's all.
Listen, I have no pants on, so I get it.
COVID was good for the hippies.
Be free, Dan. Be free.
I love, we meet so many Vietnam veterans in our shows with Letters from Home. And it's amazing because you talk about like how there's just a lot of parallels with, how times are now and how times were during the Vietnam War. Everyone's kind of like just at division with each other. And I think it's so important for us to do shows like Hair to like learn from the past and to just stop it, y'all. Let's just all get along, shall we?
Right. We said, let the sun shine in. That's basically what the end was. And Carla, shout out to Carla, that baby can cry on the spot. I can't do it. I said, I'm not, I got emotion. I said, if I start crying, it's going to be an ugly cry. You won't hear me sing. I'm like, it was not pretty. It would not be pretty.
My technique is that I have an electrode and I place it onto my crotch. And when it's time to become emotional, you just hit the button. Works like a charm. Good for high notes too.
I bet it does, Dan.
Oh my God. My problem is that I get emotional and like I've gotten better because as time goes on, you learn how to like control your emotions more. One of my techniques used to be like focus on the microphone. But like I get really emotional sometimes. There was a time when I could not sing God Bless the USA without like bawling. Just I'd be like, yay, we're all in this together. But I've calmed down. Singing at funerals is very, very hard for me. We're getting to the time now where like so many of our World War II guys are passing away just because, it's they're 90s, they're in the late 90s and early hundreds and they're wonderful people. And and every time I go, I'm like, okay, Dan, I'm going to be fine this time. And Dan's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
Yeah, but I will say,
I can say it too.
You've locked in pretty good. Like you usually get through it. Even if you tremble through it, you get through it. And hey,
that's good.
It's
I'm proud
good
of you,
to
Erinn.
see. It's good to see you hardening up and becoming callous and cruel.
Good. I'm glad.
Proud of you, Erinn. I know that takes a lot. I know you try not to like, because you do weep. I'll be like, oh, Erinn, you all right?
Brianna saw me every single night during Children of Eden. I would be so overwhelmingly proud of everyone. Plus, when Riss was dying and going up to Dan and they were hugging.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Not to pick on you, Erinn, but I did cry every time Riss sung that last song. Going up to Dan, I used to bawl every single night. And I think I had the video. I don't know if I think I still have it, but I used to like sob every time. It was such a great scene. I'm like, oh my gosh, girr.
I feel
that was
like
good.
The song Children of Eden that closes Act 1 might be the greatest title track in any musical.
There could be an argument for that. Because what are the other title tracks? Annie?
No, they don't sing a song called Annie.
I'm trying to think of other title tracks.
Hair.
Hair.
And you sing a song called Hair? I've never seen Hair. I wish I had seen your production.
Oh my gosh. Y'all should, it was so good. I hate that y'all missed. I knew y'all were busy. I said they probably busy, but it was
actually,
really, really
you know what
good.
happened?
What happened?
It was the weekend before I was supposed to head down there, and I got COVID.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was sad.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I should have just come in there and free love and all that.
Infected everyone. No. That's what the hippies would have wanted.
No, absolutely not. We wouldn't have. That's a small space.
I could have stayed behind the tarp with you guys.
No.
You would have liked really that.
Small. It's not that spacious back there.
I don't mind.
No, Dan can fit anywhere. He's very thin, so he just fits in all the cracks.
That's very true. And tall. God, Lord Jesus, Dan, you're so tall. But our the guy who played Claude, Chris, is just as tall as you.
Oh,
and I love me some Chris.
I hate him.
Why?
Nobody gets to be as tall as me.
Then y'all up there. I mean, literally. Okay. I'm like, oh, y'all tall.
Oh my God. It's so funny to look up It's so funny to look up all the time. And then like, I can't even imagine what it's like to look down on people like you do, Dan.
And not just physically.
Well, speaking of hair, Dan, Brianna, I have prepared something for you.
What is it?
I have. I'm going to put you two on a team, and we're going to play a little game that we play here on Erinn and Dan, but it's live, called
Mouth to mouth.
Mouth to mouth, but it is actually hair edition. Oh, that's right. This is going to be a celebrity's hair. I am going to show you a picture of the celebrity, and their face is going to be gone. And then you have to tell me which celebrity it is based off of their incredible hair.
Ooh.
So do you guys think you're up for the challenge?
Did you make that little background slide?
I did. Do you like it?
I really do.
This is what I do when I have 100% day. All right. So you are trying to do this as a team, and you guys will answer as you can. So feel free to discuss before you give your final answer. Here is contestant.
Brianna, I needed to tell you, the last episode we played this game, and I was absolutely terrible. So
he was. We've never played with hair, though. We've only played with mouths,
which is even harder.
It is.
I'm apologizing in advance because I don't know how much of a help I'm gonna be to you either. So
let's have a competition to see who can be the worst at this game.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Perfect.
Oh, right. I know who that is. That's Bob Marley.
It is Bob Marley. Woo!
The king.
Bob Marley. The king.
He is the king.
Dude, Brianna, are you a Bob Marley fan?
I am.
Do you know I studied him for the first time this year, and he like changed my world?
I bet he did. I'm glad you did.
All the way through, everything he ever released with the Wailers and afterwards and everything.
He's amazing.
Come on, Bob. Yes, I love Bob.
Because you just think, I just thought before Dan went into the deep study of Bob Marley with, the 5 or 6 hits that you hear when you're on vacation. And boy, oh boy, the stuff that he wrote that was so political, but very well done and brought like so much to the forefront. I was so impressed.
Yeah. His sons are very, very like Ziggy and all of them. If they're not married, I will marry them. I'm just saying.
Hey, get after it. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Come on.
I mean that part. Sing. Oh, what's that man's name?
Number 2.
That's Richard Simmons.
It is Richard Simmons. Woo!
Yeah.
Yo.
I didn't know his name though. I knew who it was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I never. That's better, Dan. See, when Dan's not in the studio, I run the pad. The pad is I just don't know how to run it. So that is Richard Simmons. Good job, everyone. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Why does he look AI generated?
Because
he does.
That's just how he looked.
I don't like it.
Rest in peace, my man. I love
Richard Simmons. 2 for 2.
What'd you say?
I said we're 2 for 2.
2 for 2. How you feeling, audience? You feel like they're going to get there? I think so. All right. Let's find out. Here is hair number 3.
Oh, Diana Ross? No, Donna Summer. Is it Donna Summer?
First one you said?
Diana Ross.
Woo!
Yo, that was so fast, Brianna.
Excellent job. Woo! That was impressive. That was
between her or Donna. Wait, I studied the greats. That's all I do.
Oh, they're so good.
You were on it.
You got to study the greats.
Right?
Diana Ross.
All right. Here comes our next haircut.
I feel like
Jennifer Aniston.
That is correct.
That Rachel cut is very popular.
Yep.
That's what they called it too, right?
Yep.
The Rachel.
when I was putting this together, I actually Googled most famous hairstyles on famous people. I got some crazy things. Don't Google that. But the Rachel came up on almost everything. Man, if you Google hair and celebrities, you're going to see things that come up in your nightmares. So,
thanks for the warning. I need new plans for tonight.
She said, I Googled hairstyle, so I do not do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, y'all are rocking it. Let's see if you can keep it going. Here comes the next contestant.
Ooh, I feel like I know this person. Dan, do you know this person? Abdul?
I was going to say Paula Abdul too. That's so weird.
Is that your final answer?
No, because you didn't unclick it.
That's not Paula.
You can also look in the comments because some people are helping.
I don't see the comments. Y'all comment.
There are some
Julia Roberts. Julia
That
Roberts.
is correct. Woo!
How?
Shout out to Carlos.
Good job, you guys. You got it. Ooh, Deborah Manning is also a good guess. Good guess.
How do you get that from that? That's crazy.
Her hair is a little bit redder, though.
Look at that. Her hair is so, man, this girl. Also, did I ever tell y'all? I know Dan knows this, but I literally cannot, in my brain, tell Sandra Bullock and Julia Roberts apart. It is like,
how?
I know. They're not even that.
They are so different, Erinn.
I mean, they got a similar look, right?
It's the vibe to me, I guess.
I'd say Julia Roberts has like she's like 30% mouth, but that's the only difference.
So true.
That's what it is, but no.
So Sandra too. Sandra's got a lot of mouth going on.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a lot of mouth and that.
It's true. You know, in Pretty Woman, when she's talking, it's just like you can't stop looking.
They need
I love Julia Roberts. Love her, love her, love her. All right, let's see if you guys can get this next contestant.
Tina Turner.
Whoa, yes, girl.
Jeez, Brianna.
I am so impressed right now.
Tina Turner. That's Tina. Rest easy, queen. Oh my gosh, she passed
You are
away.
so good at this.
Tina Turner.
Yeah, rest easy. I got to give a shout out to Carlos because Carlos is getting every single one of them right again. And when we played the mouth to mouth game, he was nailing every single one of them a few weeks ago. So I feel like
we should get Brianna and Emily on a team to do this.
Oh, it's such a good idea.
How would you do on mouths, Brianna?
I don't know.
Well, I am very impressed with your hair skills. All right, here comes another one. Your next contestant right here.
That's what's her face from the Golden Girls?
Is it from the Golden Girls?
In it?
That's not Dorothy.
No, it's the Blanche.
It's not Blanche. Blanche hair was different.
Oh man.
Is it? Hold on, wait,
We need
no.
your final answer, but make sure you're looking at the comments.
Is it Princess? Oh, Marilyn Monroe? That's Marilyn Monroe.
You are correct.
Wow. I was about to say George Washington.
I was about to say Julia Andrews, to be honest with you.
Now, you know what's funny? I thought y'all would nail that one right away.
No, because I don't know. I'm used to seeing her hair a little longer. I don't know. I couldn't.
Yeah, when she was younger, she had a little bit more of a bob. You're totally right.
Yeah. So I didn't get that one. No.
Well, you still did.
My problem too. I was used to the bob.
All right, this next one is someone who came up almost every time I Googled famous
Edgar
hair.
Winter?
Dolly Parton. Is it Dolly Parton?
Is it Dolly Parton?
Is it Edgar Winter? Is it it's a guy.
That has to be Dolly. That's a guy. Oh,
It's
I'm
not a guy. I'll give you a hint. It's literally one of the most famous hairstyles as an actress, especially. Someone's like, "Ooh, do you have blah 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 hair?" And I'm like, "Oh yes, this is my blah 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 hair."
Bowl cut.
Sarah Fawcett.
Somebody
Sarah
just said
Fawcett.
it.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. Woo! Good
Sarah
job.
Fawcett. Sarah. I said Sarah. Lord Jesus.
Farrah
Is that her
Fawcett.
face? Is that what she looks like?
This is her face.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, I've had so many designers being in shows where people are like, "Oh, I want you to have Farrah Fawcett hair." Like it's like a term.
No one has ever said that to me. And I've been in
We lost
shows.
Brianna.
Yo, dude, oh my gosh, that's funny. Lord.
Brianna,
Honestly, I thought that was Dolly.
I can see why. Brianna, you've seen Dan with some glorious hair. Don't you remember his Jesus hair, his God hair?
Yes, he did have God hair.
Those
Your
are the
cake-
days.
He also had the beard, and both of our mothers hated the beard. It was
Really?
something they could definitely agree on. And my mom kept saying,
When is he saving it?
"You need to shave. God doesn't have a beard." And I was like, Google any picture of God.
I thought he does have a beard according to the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah. The picture Bible has lots of beards in it.
So true.
Oh, okay.
All
Holly
right.
Berry.
Oh, girl, that was so
Okay.
fast. Woo!
Honestly,
That's Holly.
you
Good
just
job.
don't
Sorry,
use it
Dan.
here. So,
You are so good at this game, Brianna. I am so impressed. Yep,
I'm
Miss
so
Holly Berry.
sorry.
there wasn't enough room for that bit in this
I'm
room.
so sorry. I saw what you were trying to do, though.
Yeah, thanks for feeling it for me.
All right, what about this haircut?
Elvis Presley.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
Got it, girl. Woo!
sure.
I am so
Denise, throwing shade
impressed.
at me.
I'm so sorry. Next time I give him a chance to look. I'm so sorry.
No, don't do that.
Now, you
Don't
know
do
what,
that.
Brianna? You
Don't
came here
patronize
tonight
me.
to rock. And if you're rocking for your team, you are rocking for your team.
Okay.
Hey,
It's not a competition, Dan.
I'm happy to be. I didn't say it.
It's not a competition, Janine.
I'm happy to be a coattail rider.
If it was a competition, Brianna'd be winning.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
So
Yeah.
true. All right, how about this?
David Bowie.
Woo! Yes, Daniel. David Bowie.
I could have got that. I was about to say Mick Jagger.
Oh, I can see that.
Similar vibes.
Yep.
Mhm.
He's a very interesting looking man. He kind of looks a little bit like a skeleton.
This is the thin
Does he
dude.
have two different eye colors?
Yeah.
No. Or is it one of his pupils just more dilated?
Yeah, one of his pupils is more dilated because he almost went blind as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, during birth.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Did you study him too? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't you remember the bumper to bumper traffic from New Hampshire? How I listened to like 13 David Bowie albums, and by the end of it, I was ready to throw myself off of a bridge.
I do now.
I mean, no offense to David Bowie. I'm sure there's lots of people who love his stuff.
But you just can't listen to too much of it.
Not you about to throw yourself off the bridge, though.
No, he's great.
I'm
Great.
so impressed with how both of you are doing. Brianna, how's your confidence level about this mid game?
You know, I feel really good. I didn't think I was going to do that great because I was like, we'll see.
I am
You're
very
killing it.
impressed. All right, how about this next contestant right here?
Oh, Shirley Temple.
Woo!
Oh, good one.
Yes,
Brianna.
girl. Yes. I am.
I was like,
impressed.
why is that man so tiny? But you were already on it.
Is that man so tiny? He says. Boy, I love Shirley Temple. I had Shirley Temple hair when I was that age. I miss it.
I don't remember that. I only remember you having like a bowl cut with a mullet.
That was when I was like 14.
Oh,
No, that was my mushroom bangs.
bring it back.
Some of you knew me with my mushroom bangs out there.
Bring it back. Let's do the
Don't do
90s
that.
again.
Don't do
Right?
that, Tara. No. I love
That'd be
you.
scary.
I'm going to tell you no.
Yeah,
I agree, Carlos. We're going to have Brianna and Emily, and then we need one more all-star.
I think it needs to be Carlos because even though he hasn't been a contestant on this, he keeps rocking it in the comments.
Let's do it. Let's do a mouth-to-mouth three-way all-star match. A mouth-to-mouth
Maybe.
three-way. Good night.
Maybe you should call it something else, but yes.
Maybe you should call it something else.
I thought the same thing. That was a lie.
All right. How about this next contestant right here?
Oh, Billie Eilish.
Woo, girl.
Wow,
Yes.
good job.
Yes. Well done. Billie Eilish. I would not have gotten that one.
Iconic roots.
Very, very distinct for sure.
Billie.
All right. We've got only 2 more, you guys. You're doing so well. You're flying through these. I'm so impressed. Name this contestant by their hair.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Woo! Yes. So well done. So well done. Oh, I am so impressed. All right. And for the final one, name this hair.
Cher.
Oh, Cher, for sure.
That is correct. Woo!
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dan and for Brianna, who absolutely killed it tonight. Woo!
Honestly,
so good.
Let's be honest. Give it up for Brianna.
Brianna killed it more than you, but you still killed it, Dan.
No, you helped, especially with David Bowie, because I didn't get that.
I'm here for it.
So true. Brianna, we always like to ask our guests for some words of wisdom, some encouragement, something that might be on your heart tonight. So what you thinking about? What's on your heart?
Oh, what's on my heart? Because life, everyone likes to say life be lifing. So whatever knocks you down, just know, try again tomorrow. And each day is a new day. And you can push to be more successful and be the better version of you. And life sometimes does happen, unfortunately. But don't let it keep you down and keep you, in that mindset. Just keep pushing. That's what I have. That's all I have.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love that a lot. I was actually hiking yesterday and I was alone and I was listening to a bunch of stoicism. And that is one of the central tenets of stoicism is things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Everything that is put in your way is something to overcome and absorb into your persona and grow from.
Yeah. I'm learning now each year that you get older and, I learn each situation I get in. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this? Even if it's not the best situation, I have to take a deep breath. I'm like, okay, obviously I meant to learn something from it. What am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to gain? What am I not supposed to take with me? And how does it make me a better person? So, because life happens. It been happening to me, but I'm like, gotta keep pushing. No matter the circumstances, gotta keep going.
And I can personally say, I feel like I have seen you grow so much as a person, as a performer, as a friend. I have just seen you just take some big steps in your life in the last 10 years or so that we've known each other. And it's just really impressive. So keep it going, Brianna.
Guys, I appreciate y'all for having me. But tonight was fun. I was really nervous. I was like, I don't know what's going to be. I should have known. But still, I was like, don't know.
You were amazing.
It's just farting around on camera, but not enough to make a nuke.
Exactly.
Brianna, thanks for being with us. Thank you for being a return guest. And please expect a letter slid under your door soon to invite you to the mouth-to-mouth Tournament of Champions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm here for it. Yay. All right, guys. Well, everyone, y'all have a good night. I love you guys. Have a good night.
See you soon. Oh, my gosh. I absolutely love that game. You crushed it, Dan. You and Brianna crushed it. I was very impressed.
I feel like I've found myself in the very fortunate company of champions in the last several games we've played, and that's okay. I had my time in the sun from when I was 5 until when I was 19.
Oh, that's so nice. Speaking of the company of champions, you can see Dan Beckman in Jesus Christ Superstar now through the 22nd.
That is not me, by the way. That is Aaron Lavigne, who is a more attractive, talented version of me. And there he is.
Not more attractive, Dan.
Wait, what?
Wait. You guys are equally wonderful.
Hey, do you want to see a little teaser, a little bit of footage from this production we're doing?
I bet they would. Would y'all like to see a little bit of Jesus Christ Superstar? Here is a preview.
Oh, we would. Show us. Don't wait another second.
Please.
Okay.
Well, you asked for it.
Jesus Christ, who are you? What have you sacrificed? Jesus Christ, superstar, do you think you're what they say you are? Jesus Christ, superstar, do you think you're what they say you are?
Are you what they say? Are you? Ha!
Woo! Don't miss it.
Yes, and both Jesus and Judas do play the guitar in this production, which is very cool because it's technically an in-concert production, but I feel like it fuses the worlds of theater and music very well.
It really does. It really does. And if you like Flat Rock Playhouse, they are also doing a fundraiser this coming Sunday. It's a rock and roll evening with the character who plays the role of Herod. His name is Nat, and it's $200 a ticket. And I have seen Nat perform, and I can tell you, pretty sure it's going to be worth every single dollar.
Let me tell you what, very rarely in my life do I meet people who surprise me to the degree that Nat surprised me when I saw him first perform Herod's song in rehearsal. The man is like otherworldly. Like, I guarantee you there's only one Nat degree in the world. So if you are in the Flat Rock area and you want to come, you'll get your money's worth and you'll be donating to an excellent place that brings in a lot of very talented people and creates a home for a lot of locals as well.
Absolutely. And also, if you are interested in getting on the stage yourself, Spring Theater here in Winston-Salem is now having auditions for A Christmas Carol Unplugged. This is my favorite thing that we do at Spring Theater each year. It is our annual holiday tour, and we take a group of adults, kids, and teens, and we put together a show and take it into retirement communities throughout the Triad. It is unbelievably awesome because it's bridging a gap and it's bringing entertainment to the people who really do need it the most and can't get out there. So if you're interested in auditioning, all of the information is at springtheater.org, and it's a video audition, so you can do it at any time. Wow.
As long as it's in by the due date, because if it's not, you're out.
Yep.
Out.
So true. And the due date is the 15th. So you got about 5 more days to get those auditions in. Wait, what's so funny?
That's just a funny thing to say. You can do it anytime as long as it's in the next 72 hours.
And more than that.
More than that.
5 whole days, guys.
More than that. I mean, who has the technology to run the numbers, but you got time.
All right, one last segment today because we are about to, in a few moments, start the debate. Well, we are not starting the debate, but
Though if
other
we
people
were,
are
wouldn't
starting
that
the
be
debate.
fun?
It would be. But before you go, we've got to do Dan.
I couldn't hold it.
Erin's Positivity Corner. And today on Erin's Positivity Corner, I would like to talk about taking care of your temple. And I don't mean these guys right here, although you should take care of them as well. I mean this body. Y'all, we are only given one of these. We are only given one body a lifetime. One body. I mean, you can have some things replaced, but I have decided this month that I am going to start taking care of my body and treating it like the temple that it is. I actually just got a personal trainer and coach, and I am so sore right now. I can barely lift my arm, but I'm doing it. But it's not just about exercising and eating right and drinking water and all that. It's also about taking care of what's in here, because it is so easy to get mixed up in all of the kerfuffle of the election and of bad traffic and bad news and things like that. But if you just look around with these two beautiful eyes in your beautiful temple, and you look around at the gorgeous things that are happening around you and the friends that you have, I promise you that there is so many amazing things to be grateful for. So take care of your body. It is your temple. It's the only one you got. Once it's
and the
gone,
other thing is, a lot of people, I think, put off starting on working on things that they want to because they don't think they can hit it all at once. But if you just change one thing a day, like my touch point is I'm going to drink more water. I'm dehydrated. I'm going to drink more water, and just start layering these things on. Once they become habits, you can hit 80% of your change goals or your thing. 80% is more than most people.
That is so true. And honestly, it's easy if you just start. One tiny step is all it takes. So I hope that you guys do something for yourself this week. Go ahead and think about what you're going to do. Choose to do it. And if you do it, come back next week and tell us about it, because we genuinely want to know if you're making a positive difference in your life. And the more positivity you put out there on Facebook and into the world, the better off our energy in the universe is going to be.
So come back next week with your report, and we'll give you a gold star sticker, and you can put it on your locker for all your friends to see.
I would give you a gold star sticker. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. We had such a pleasure. It was a blast being here, and we hope that you have a positive week.
Yeah, not like COVID or HIV, but like in a really friendly kind of